I made a fake one.
Yo, what's good, fan club family? Today I'm gonna make a case on why I believe that Dino Fury is a top 3 season of Power Rangers. Yes, folks, that's a bold statement, and we have all heard of recency biased, something new, something in front of us right now, so it's gotta be the best. Well, through the years, that has not been true with Power Rangers. There have been seasons that the fans could not get behind. The season that I couldn't really get behind or get into was Power Rangers Ninja Steel. I couldn't get behind it. I didn't like the writing. I didn't like the character growth and the direction that they were taking the series. When Hasbro picked it up and gave us Beast Morphers, it got me back into the brand. It got me back into watching the show, collecting more of the figures that are actually new instead of just the Lightning collections of old seasons that I liked. I was buying Beast Morpher stuff. Then when Dino Fury came out, I really think that it changed the game. I haven't seen a season like this since maybe, RPM, Time Force. Like, you gotta go back 15, 20 years to really have a season that was amazing, that could stand up against this one. And I never like to say, oh, this season's better than that season, because I think we all grew up on Power Rangers in a different way. I have to realize that, I grew up in 1993 watching the show, but a lot of y'all are younger than me that are, in your early to mid 20s, and y'all grew up with SPD, Dino Thunder, Mystic Force, Operation Overdrive, and we have to respect that and realize that everybody likes Power Rangers almost for a different reason and in a different way, because there are so many characters, there are so many seasons. Dino Fury, I believe, is one of the best seasons, and I'm not just saying that because of recency bias or I really like this. I think it stands up against most of the really good seasons. Now, when I'm thinking of top seasons of Power Rangers, the seasons that come to mind are like the usual ones: your Dino Thunders, your In Spaces, your Time Forces. I was a big fan of Mighty Morphin Season 3. I thought by that point they knew what they were doing as a brand, and there were a lot of good seasons: Lost Galaxy, Jungle Fury, RPM, that have heart. And even if they didn't have the biggest budget, they took what they were working with and they worked it real good one time. And I always tip my hat to that. Now, Hasbro, you can tell, they're working with a bigger budget. They do have a few actors that are union, meaning that they're paying them a little bit more, and they're more quality of actors like Rory Thomas, the Red Ranger Devin Daniels, and Zato Russell Curry. They're both union actors, and that's something that you don't normally see for Power Rangers. Also, the sets, the suits, everything looks so badass. Now, a few reasons why I believe that this show can match up with any of the greats, and I put it in my top 3, is because the character growth and development of every single Ranger and the villains, the side characters. Like, you can look at most characters and say that they've had a growth moment. Like, they grew in some way. Even Jane and Jayborg, they're growing, and they're talking about moving into Angel Grove next, having a second Buzz Blast location. Pop side character, he was actually a big piece to this whole season, and he was a side character. You had the Warden, and we thought that he was just kind of a D-bag early, and he becomes Javi's biggest supporter. Then you have Amelia's parents, Tarek and Santara, 2 villains. There was so much character growth in this season, the character progression. And the one thing that you have to tip your hat to is most of these episodes leaned into the next one. They actually would cross over. It wasn't like the old Saban years where you could almost watch the episodes out of order besides the beginning and end, and you wouldn't really know much. Now with this season, it all works together. I think the actors are allowed to act. And I heard this years ago in an interview. I think it was Catherine Sutherland. And she said one of her favorite seasons that she wasn't in was Time Force because they let the actors act. And Time Force is one of my absolute favorites. And there are a lot of similarities to how they use their characters in Time Force to how they use the characters in Dino Fury. In the Time Force story, it ends up being all about the Red Ranger in the end, and the Pink Ranger is also along for the ride. Well, we have a bunch of different storylines that connect by the end of Dino Fury. You have Zato and Ion wondering what happened to their planet. Their planet was destroyed. They find people that are from their planet. And then you also have Amelia with her parents. So it's not just about the Red Ranger. It was more about the Pink Ranger in the end, but Zato sacrificed himself. How many times have you seen a Ranger die? It happens very seldomly. And in a way, it was cool that they brought him back so we could continue the storyline. And then the last episode gets right into Cosmic Fury. And now at the time, they didn't know if they were for sure doing a third season, but they left it open in hopes that they could get that third season. And the fact that they're bringing them back shows that there is magic there. Not only do the fans love it, it makes sense. The crew was awesome to work with. Simon Bennett has said many times that this cast, this crew was very special to him. There was some magic there when they were filming this, and they were able to bring the crew back for a season 3. Even if it's 10 episodes, I still think 10 episodes is an amazing number. You can get a lot done. And we have a reunion special that is going to be badass. So yes, I think Dino Fury is probably one of my favorite seasons. The villains are amazing. You have Void Queen, Void King. It starts with Void Knight, and he was a perfect anti-hero type guy. He gave the Rangers that much of a headache early, and then Void Queen comes in, Slither, Mucus. How cool were those characters, man? I loved the villains. I love this team of villains more than I've liked the other team of villains. Even though with Beast Morphers, I did love Evox. I love Scrozzle. See, I like what they're doing with these side characters, man. The Blaze Roxys of the world. They're doing a way better job of putting these side characters together. Shout out Hasbro. This season was a perfect adaptation of Ryu Soldier. I absolutely love Dino Fury. It's one of my favorites. From front to back, they brought so much to the table. We brought Lord Zed back. There were 1,001 ways that this was awesome. And I don't really think that you could compare it to other seasons because it is different. But if we were, I think it stacks up in the top 3, at least top 5. What are your guys' thoughts? What else did I miss out? Why is Dino Fury so awesome to you? Did you not like Dino Fury? Do you think I'm crazy for putting it in the top 3? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Dead Echo X-Ray, Anime King Nick, Austin White, Chaos Draco, the Arctic Operator, and Thomas Franco. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you want shout outs at the end of my videos like this one, become a Gold Ranger member today. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this content, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. You can also become a member. Please join the fan club support team right now. We have a Blue Ranger power-up and a Gold Ranger power-up. This is an awesome way to talk with the fans, join a fan club official chat group You can also be featured in our videos. At the end of the videos, I will shout you out. That's if you get the Gold Ranger Power Up membership. Go check it out. Go support the fan club. We love you guys, and thanks for watching. Peace.